It's so funny. Every time I hear someone read, I guess, my resume or the things that I've accomplished, I always sort of feel embarrassed because they're really not my accomplishments to be proud of, you know. I'm not even a person who speaks well, you know, so to be invited to these types of events always overwhelms me because without the power of God behind everything I do, I really am completely inadequate. I fumble. I always drop the ball. Every time I try to prepare something, you know, I stutter, I stumble, and, you know, what I say is of no effect. But what I found is that every time that I pray before I speak and I ask God for the confidence in that He be glorified in everything that I say and everything that I do, for some reason, words just come out of my mouth. So please don't be convinced by what people say. I'm not brilliant. I'm not a genius. I'm not even gifted, really. I mean, I have gifts, but these are things that all come from God and through me.
Who is Lauryn Hill? Lauryn Nicole Hill was born on May 26, 1975 in East Orange, New Jersey. Music surrounded her from childhood. Her mother played piano. Her father sang gospel, soul, and R&B were constant influences. Artists like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Curtis Mayfield, and Aretha Franklin shaped her musical identity long before she ever entered the studio. Like many artists, Lauryn wasn't only a singer. She could sing at an elite level, rap with the best lyrics, write songs, produce, arrange harmonies, and the combination was almost unheard of in the early 1990s.
To be honest with you, as a musician today, I'm not in the studio right now, and everybody in my world thinks I'm crazy. What's going on? You need another album out. You know, the time is running out. You have a certain window to make music. And for a little while, I listened to that. And I was like in the studio working real hard, trying to get it done. And you know, music was created. Definitely music that I think people will appreciate, but it wasn't my best. And it wasn't my best because there was no substance. And there was no substance because there was no experience. I'd gone from the studio to the stage, back into the studio again. And the only reason why the Miseducation was the album it was because of a myriad of experiences that took place before the production part, before the creation. So what I realized is, you know what? I can't create and not live.
Before the fame, her first national appearance wasn't music. She competed on It's Showtime at the Apollo as a teenager. She was booed off the stage, and instead of quitting, she later said it taught her resilience. I think that the best artists always have a story similar to this. But what I think that is the bigger advantage of somebody that have to work for what they want and they don't get it, like if she would have gotten it as soon as she tried, you know, that would have been a blessing. But I think that it teaches you resilience within the industry. Once you're in there, it's better that you have that type of influence, because what ends up happening is you are able to maneuver in a way that you can be prepared for disappointment. You can be prepared for things not to go your way because you didn't have it easy. So it's something that can prepare you for what's to come. And I think that the best artists learn how to overcome when they have to work for it. For sure, for sure.
The reason why there's so much invention in the technological space right now is because you have a lot of young cats who weren't given the tools, but they certainly have the ability. So in that respect, we should be very proud, you know what I mean? Very, very happy, very pleased with what's happening. We just want to make sure that we retain freedom though, you know, and that we always retain our right to our integrity, you know, that no amount of money or no kind of relationships compromise our ability to make decisions that aren't just money-based, but that are moral, that are ethical, that are right.
and are right, that we evolve morally, emotionally, spiritually, ethically as we evolve technologically, financially. We just have to make sure that we're aligned.
One of the biggest artists of all time was publicly rejected before she became famous. Sister Act 2. Many people forget Lauryn Hill was an actress first. She starred alongside Whoopi Goldberg in Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, circa 1993. The famous classroom performance where she sings "His Eyes on the Sparrow" immediately showed audiences that this isn't an ordinary vocalist. Hollywood noticed, and the music industry noticed even more. Lauryn teamed with Wyclef Jean, Pras Michael, and together they became the Fugees. Their second album, The Score, in 1996, biggest hip-hop albums ever. It blended hip-hop, soul, reggae, R&B, jazz. Songs like Killing Me Softly, Ready or Not, Fugees Lie turned them into global superstars. And the album sold over 20 million copies worldwide and helped redefine what hip-hop could sound like. But why is Lauryn different? Well, before Lauryn, female rappers usually fell into one lane. Either I'm a rapper or I'm a singer. Lauryn was both simultaneously. She'd rap an intricate verse and then immediately sing the hook herself. Artists like Drake, Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar all exist in musical landscape Lauryn helped create, and her fusion of singing and rapping became enormously influential. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, 1998. Many people consider this the greatest debut album ever made. Motherhood, love, betrayal, faith, Black identity, education, self-worth, spirituality. Hits included Doo-Wop, That Thing, X Factor, Everything is Everything, To Zion, Lost Ones. So out of those, my favorite is all of them. But I think I personally like To Zion. That one is so emotional. She was so vulnerable, just so everything. And her soul and the soulfulness in this album made the person that listens to it connect on a level that it feels like she's right there with you. Like she's thinking about you. Like you are the person she is personally talking about in this song. Not very many songs do that, but because it feels that way, she becomes instantly more relatable, and in doing that, people will never forget what Lauryn Hill made them feel like when they was listening to it. With that, you have lifelong people that will be supporting you the entire time you are here. You can go out and do a show and you're going to sell it out because people remember, and it's the nostalgia that really sells the tickets. After a while, like when you're in it, right? But once you are gone away from it, you're not creating music no more. You're just doing shows. What sells shows at that point? The nostalgic feeling that people get when they listen to you. They remember what it made them feel like. And for the most part, those are good memories. Even if it's something that is inherently sad, because you feel like she's talking to you and you relate to it in such a heavy way, there's nothing in the world that anybody can tell you. Because that's your person in your head. Very parasocial. The album won 5 Grammy Awards in one night. Album of the Year, making Lauryn the first hip-hop artist to win that top honor for a rap-influenced album. She finished the night with 5 solo Grammys after already winning 2 with the Fugees. The hidden story behind the album. The album wasn't simply music. It was therapy. Lauryn had experienced fame, relationship struggles, pregnancy, public pressure, industry politics. Much of Miseducation explores the tension between who society expects you to be and who you actually are. That's why people still connect with it nearly 30 years later. See what I'm saying? I don't just be talking just to be talking. Not just to be talking. You can see what I'm saying now? Yeah. Then she disappeared. This is where Lauryn becomes almost mystical. Most artists follow up a classic album immediately. Lauryn didn't. She largely stepped away from the traditional music industry, citing the pressure of fame and the difficulty of creating authentically within the commercial system. Instead, she became increasingly private. MTV Unplugged number 2 in 2002. Fans expected Miseducation 2. Instead, they received almost 2 hours of Lauryn singing along with the guitar, speaking openly about faith, identity, and the music business, abandoning polished production for raw vulnerability. At release, many critics were confused. Years later, it becomes something of a cult classic, with several songs later sampled by major artists, while she never released another studio album. This is still debated. Several factors likely contributed. She has said she struggled to find a safe environment to create with integrity after her debut success. Lawsuits. Some collaborators sued over songwriting and production credits on Miseducation, leading to settlements and changing the narrative around the album's creation, motherhood. She chose to spend significant time raising her children rather than pursuing a relentless release cycle expected for pop artists. Spirituality. Her worldview shifted towards faith and personal growth over commercial success. Controversies. No Lauryn documentary is complete without discussing them. Chronic lateness. She became infamous for arriving late to concerts, frustrating many fans. This has become one of the biggest criticisms over her live career. She had a tax case in 2013. She served a prison sentence after pleading guilty to tax-related offenses involving unpaid federal taxes. She later explained that she had stepped away from the public eye and made decisions she believed were necessary for her family, though the legal consequences remained. Fugees reunion issues. A planned Fugees reunion tour unraveled amid canceled dates and later legal disputes between Hill and Price over tour management and finances. Hill publicly denied wrongdoing and disputed the allegation. Where Lauryn Hill is today. Despite releasing only 1 studio album, Lauryn remains one of the most respected artists in music. She recently has received the Living Legend Icon Award at the 2026 BET Awards, performed a rare televised tribute at the 2026 Grammy Awards honoring Roberta Flack and D'Angelo, continued performing select concerts and special appearances. Why people still listen to Lauryn Hill? This is the heart of my essay. Lauryn didn't chase trends. She created timeless music. People don't revisit Miseducation because it's nostalgic. I was wrong. They revisit it because the question it asks still feel current. Who am I beneath everyone else's expectation? What is success if I lose myself? Can love survive betrayal? Is motherhood a sacrifice or a calling? How do you protect your identity after becoming famous. Those questions don't expire. That's why even with only one solo album, Lauryn Hill still discussed alongside the greatest artist in hip-hop, soul, and R&B nearly 3 decades later. And so I just wanted to, do a little bit of peace on Lauryn Hill, since I went to the Kanye show and he brought her out, and it was so amazing. So amazing. It had me thinking about her heavy, and I just wanted to create this. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. If you like this video and would like to see more of them, well, all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hype the video to push me out in the algorithm so I can be creating yes. And share it with your kinfolk. Maybe they want to know something about what I'm talking about. In the meantime, in between times, thank you so much for watching. Y'all be easy and stay dangerous, my name.